Square Enix are threatening to ban you if you spoil a game that's 25 years old. That's right. If you spoil Dragon Quest VII, you could have your access to the game removed. And it is old enough to rent a car. Thought this was funny and I wanted to look at this for a sec, dive into the weeds of it. So most of you have probably at least heard of the game Dragon Quest. It's one of Square Enix's flagship series that they come out with a new one periodically from year to year. And they've been in this kick of remaking games. Started with three, then one, then two. And now they're doing seven. And people are really excited for it. If you go onto the Reddit, most of the people who played the demo that came out recently have had nothing but good things to say about it. Well, a few things. They didn't like the camera. But anyways, let's look at the statement that they put out, the policy that they've made. They've asked people to please refrain from live streaming or posting videos and images of the gameplay after the boss fight in the Malign Shrine Throne Room until February 5th, 2026, which is the day that it releases, funny enough. Essentially, they're asking people with early access copies and people who paid for the deluxe edition that lets you play a couple days early that they don't live stream or any of that, which kind of it seems like a fair enough request, why not? But the game is like you could go to the wiki right now and find the ending to this game. They've changed bits and pieces, but likely not the overarching story. Let's continue on their statement. You must comply immediately with any request from Square Enix to remove materials from any shared content, regardless of whether or not Square Enix provides a reason for the request. The notice adds Square Enix reserves the right to require or seek removal of any content incorporating the material that it deems to be inappropriate in its sole discretion. If you do not adhere to these guidelines, Square Enix may, in addition to objecting to your use of the materials, temporarily or permanently suspend you from using the game. Now, the legality of making YouTube content about video games is pretty well documented on the internet, but I think that this Reddit thread put it the best. Let's plays are not legal anywhere. Gameplay videos are and always have been copyright of publisher. Most publishers choose not to pursue legal remedy. Good publishers give you specific permissions to do these videos. And then, yeah, not legal anywhere. Companies allow it in North America or generally feel that the positive of allowing it outweigh the negatives, but they can shut it down at any time. A let's play or stream is a violation of copyright law, period. Which is true. It's true, but the difficulty has always been in the enforcing of this. If they did crack down on it, what would that mean? Would they just copyright strike videos? I did look into the terms of service on Steam for fun, and this talking about streaming. The above limit license to broadcast the game is subject to the additional conditions. A broadcast user may only broadcast their own gameplay. That's fair enough. And you can also read the rest of these, but the ones that I really want to concentrate on are the last two. Broadcasting users assume all liability for ensuring their broadcast content and any monetization of broadcast content fully complies with all applicable laws, as well as the approved broadcasters' applicable terms of service, policies, rules, and guidelines. Rec Room Inc. may revoke a user's license to broadcast for any or no reason and without notice. So you are technically allowed to stream with use of Steam in these specific places that you're allowed to stream on. It's basically a non-statement. You can unless you can't. That's essentially what they're saying. But lastly, what does Steam say about your right of ownership to the games? The game is being licensed to you, and you hereby acknowledge that no title or ownership in this game is being transferred or assigned. And these terms should not be construed as a sale of rights in the game. All rights not specifically granted under these terms are reserved by Rec Room Inc. So it's like people were saying, and this has been a hotly debated topic for many, many years. You don't own the game. And yeah, Square Enix do have the right to take the game away from you. Now, should they? Back in 2008, when I started playing video games, you just bought the game, they gave you a disc, and that was the end of it. They couldn't take it away from you. But in the age of digital gaming, that's just not the case. Games can be taken off the market. I think it was Anthem that's about to be taken off permanently, and they can just take away your rights to the game. Anyways, I just saw a funny comment and I wanted to make a small video on it and just wanted to talk about this a bit. So thank you guys for listening.